Good evening, everybody. Could you please confirm if I'm audible?
Yes,
If
Sejan,
yes,
yes, you're,
all right, okay.
Sejan, you're audible. Yeah.
All right, okay, thank you. Good evening once again. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for registering and attending this webinar on opportunities in data science and AI, which is organized by IPSR Solutions Limited. Now, this is as part of our 25th Jubilee year celebrations. We are hosting a webinar series focused on career and technology. Now, this is the topic for October is going to be exploring opportunities in data science and AI. Now, we'll be having a series of webinars in the coming months as well. So we will tell you regarding those, the dates and the topic towards the end of this webinar. Now, in this webinar, what you're going to do is you will discover career opportunities in data science and AI, learn the most in-demand skills and industry trends, and also get expert advice to boost your career with AI. Now, my name is 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐡 𝐖𝐞𝐜𝐡. I'm working as Global Relations Manager with IPSR Solutions Limited, and I will be the event moderator. Now, please note, all the registered participants will receive access to the LMS, that is the Learning Management System from IPSR, through which also you can download a certificate for attending this webinar. Now, all the participants will receive the LMS login credentials in the registered email by tomorrow. And you can then, there will be a quiz and a feedback form which you need to do based on the webinar which is conducted today. You need to do that to download the certificate from the LMS. Okay. Now, you can alternatively attend the session through the YouTube live streaming, which is available on the link which I've already put in the chat. Okay, so you can just refer to that. And if you have any audio issues that you're facing in WebEx, please, then you can move on to the YouTube link and attend the session from there. Now, coming to the introduction about IPSR. IPSR is led by a team of academicians and entrepreneurs. IPSR is a public limited IT company with 25 plus years of expertise in software product development, training services, placement services, and web-based services. During the last 2 decades, IPSR has worked with over 500 academic organizations, including government universities, autonomous colleges, technical and non-technical institutions. IPSR's training division conducts faculty development trainings, seminars, workshops, add-on courses, corporate trainings, job-oriented trainings, etc. in the education, IT, and ITES domain. IPSR were the training partner for the Technical Education Quality Improvement Program, 𝐜𝐼P, a World Bank Assisted Program project executed in government engineering colleges by the Indian Ministry of HRD. IPSR is the world's leading radar training and certification partner with 37 national and international awards and produced the highest number of radar professionals in the world. So far, IPSR has trained candidates from 60 plus countries. Now, IPSR's IT Services Division is a pioneer in development of academic solution products, incorporating cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, data analytics, and machine learning. Currently, IPSR offers specialized services and solutions for the education sector, ranging from simple website to complex software applications that develop to manage academic and operational activities like question paper generation, campus automation, academic accreditation process, NAC, NBA, etc., outcome-based education, OBE, etc. IPSR is having 1,600 plus placement type companies and are conducting recruitment on all days. Now, before we move on to the sessions, if you all could please turn on your videos for 30 seconds, we would like to take a screenshot for documentation purpose. Yes, if you could please turn on your videos for a few seconds, please. All right, thank you, everybody. Now we will move on to the first session that is going to be the inauguration and keynote address. This is going to be delivered by Dr. Suresh Nambudri, who is the Director of SPF Technologies, Pune. Now, Dr. Suresh Nambudri is a product design specialist with over 30 years of experience in industries like automobiles, consumer electronics, home appliances, and telecommunications. As the former COO of Tata Motors, he was part of the team that developed India's first car, the Indica. Over his career, he has designed and developed over 200 products, many of them first time in India. Currently, he serves as the Director of SPF Technologies Pune and consults with leading institutions such as IITs and NITs. His academic background includes a BTech in Mechanical Engineering, an MTech in Production Engineering, and an MBA in New Product Development. Over to you, sir. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
no problem.
And to begin with, let me congratulate you all because you are really catching at the right time in the right. It is not generate AI is the real atom bomb for one and a half years. You must be using generative AI. That is one platform or some other platform, and you would have tried so something here and there, how to do the data analysis with the help of generative AI. For example, I tell you, first she did big data analytics MS from Columbia University, New York, and now she says whatever she studied in big data analytics in an Ivy League university like Columbia is available on ChatGPT as a plugin. Means whatever we thought as a heavy big technology in 2010 or 2014 has become something we can achieve with a prompt here. So let me take you through this journey. Means how important it is and how serious it is. Why I am telling how it is serious? You know, Russian soldiers, they were hiding Ukraine and Russia affected and bombed and killed. What is the reason? Data analytics. If you understand this, what is this behemoth? Totally what is available in front of us, and in what way we can really make use of this. This is exciting. It is going to be very lucrative career. At the same time, it is if we miss this, actually we are going to take in our career. In the beginning, that what is this data analysis with a great power? Is it because of the social media, or is it because
can I just interrupt you? Sir, I think your voice is breaking a bit.
Is breaking.
Yeah, breaking. Can you just can you turn off your video and just check? Maybe is it because of that? Yeah.
Yeah, shall I?
Yeah.
Is it clearer now?
Yeah, it's clearer now.
Okay. Okay, then this is going to be an audio session. because I do not have any slides, I am going to speak about this. I wanted to tell you certain thing. See, we normal people think that this data analytics, it has become important because of three. One is the advent of generative AI. Second is the second point is the social media. Third one is this mobile devices. These three things are gathering so much of data. Actually, it is not. Let me tell you one thing. Every breath we take creates data. For our smartwatch alone processes more information daily than the entire internet did in 1990. I will tell you some more example. When we watch OTT, every Netflix scrolling decision creates behavioral data. IoT, you know that Internet of Things. IoT devices in homes 10 GB data per day. You just imagine how much is that data. And what are all the things to infer from that data analysis? It is not only that at what time we are going to sleep or what time we get up. It is more than that. Another point, you know, now it is a time for electric cars and driverless cars. Any single connected car generates about 25 GB data per hour. And unknowingly, each social media user creates about 1.7 MB of data per minute. This is the way smart cities generate petabytes of data. You heard about a quantum called petabyte. Petabytes daily data through sensors. These are the type of the data available now. So let us thank all these mobile devices. Let us thank all these sensors. Let us thank all those cameras kept everywhere, and let us thank all these cookies, all these apps with spying eyes, which and our smartwatches. Those things are available with almost everyone now. Sometimes I think, what are all the things, this data collection methods, these devices perform now? If some years ago, it would have been illegal by saying that they are spying. Even now, maybe it is illegal, but this illegal common. Now, let me tell you this. What are all the things? Where are people going to use this? Data utility, that is how are we going to utilize, how we are going to transform this. For example, consumer behavior, predicting market trends, creating epidemiological insight, even sometimes revealing mental health. There are thousands of applications. I will tell you an example. Weather data plus shopping pattern reveals consumer behavior. For example, if it is going to rain, immediately you know that the sales of ice cream is going to be down. The sale of juices are going to be down. But one thing, if it is going to be rain, supermarkets are going to see the number of footfalls. At the same time, online delivery people, they are going to face, they are going to get more businesses. So these are all the introduction. I wanted to tell you that the type of the data available now, but what is the use of this data if we cannot analyze, evaluate, and get an inference out of it? This is going to be one of the most important jobs now and in the future. And you tell any type of abilities, those abilities are actually necessary in this data analysis. Means earlier data analysis, it used to be a number crunching job like an accountant. But now the inferences we create from this is far ahead. Means anyone with creativity anyone with anyone with a storytelling ability, anyone with an imagination, anyone can have better opportunities in this AI-enabled data analytics. So let me tell you some of the examples here. For example, for example, uh, I was telling you, weather data plus shopping pattern, it is going to reveal consumer behavior. Social media sentiment and satellite imagery, it can predict market trends. Location data, health metrics, it can create epidemiological insight like COVID. Voice pattern plus text analysis, it can reveal mental health it can reveal mental health indicators. Similarly, let me tell you a few more examples. Before that, I wanted to tell you another creative field with data analytics. It is to invent creative data capture methods. You know, if you have got 50 apps on your phone, all 50 apps will have many different creative data capture methods. Identifying and inventing a new data capture method itself is a new profession now. For example, for example, some of the innovative approaches like passive collection of data, interactive collection of data, contextual collection of data. For example, passive collection of data means data can be ambient sound analysis, movement pattern tracking, environmental sensing, behavioral footprints. These are all passive collection of data. Interactive collection of data, gamified surveys, AR, VR interaction, voice-based feedback, gesture recognition, then contextual collection of data. So what I am coming to is there is another field itself called innovation in a creative, that is creative data capture method. How to capture data, that to the identifying which data is required and then select and find methods to capture those data, as you know, without we knowing that that this data is getting captured. So now I will talk about this, what are the things happening and what you can do with this, and what are all the career you can build, and how this IPSR programs, they are going to benefit you. Or one thing I can tell you that from my experience, this is the best team in India where you can get such an information, because IPSR is a company of 25 years of existence, and you go length and breadth of the country, you go to any higher educational institution, knows about this company called IPSR solution. You take from north to south and from west to east. It is a truth. Now let me come back to this. This every breath you take creates data. Your smartwatch alone process, I was telling you, more information daily than the entire internet did in 1990. This is tsunami of data. You are all becoming. That means we are all delivering some data to somebody, whether we realize it or not. And one of my friends, he is in this line, he was telling that by 2025, every day globally we are going to create data. It is equivalent to the size of about 2 crore 4K movies. That is the size. And now let us see how are we going to do this, and how we can make the best use of this. Before that, let me tell you a little bit about AI. That is, when AI took its first step, you know that in 1956, that was the traditional artificial intelligence. It was not generative AI that came to effect only in 2022 end. That time AI was so powerless, even a child could beat it. But now it has gone to such a level that AI is designing new antibiotics, and predicting protein structures that could even cure cancer. Means in future, if there is cure for cancer, people predict that it will be by artificial intelligence. So, and interestingly, only in 2022, artificial intelligence actually could generate a patent-worthy invention. So far, it was very passive. Or I can say like that, AI spent about 66 years to learning to crawl, but only 6 months learning to run. That is what the generative AI its application. You know what? Now, current state is AI is writing better poems, and AI which can write a sonnet can also code a software program, design a building, diagnose a disease. All can be done with artificial intelligence. And it's one thing, as I used to tell in the program, it is through prompt engineering, but another one, it is prompting plus. We are going to put data analytics. And what is this data? AI isn't just catching up to humans now. In some areas, it is already leaving us behind. It is even leaving us behind. Now, let us say about data growth. Every 2 days, we create as much data as humanity did from the dawn of civilization until 2003. Just imagine this. Every 2 days, we are creating as much data as humanity did from the dawn of civilization until 2003. This exponential growth means that data scientists today work with more information in a week than most scientists in the history had access to in their entire lifetimes. And you know some of the interesting thing, 90% of the world's data was created in the last 2 years alone. Means every click, every swipe, every heartbeat is becoming data now. Now, whether this type of data generation only is enough? No. What are the processing power? The average gaming console today has more processing power than a military supercomputer of 1995. Just imagine. Now the gaming computer what we are purchasing from Amazon with a 3050 or 4050, you can see that that computer has got more power than a military supercomputer of 1995. Our smartphone, it is not a communication device alone. It's a technological marvel that would have seemed like a science fiction to the engineers who built the first computer. Means whoever built the first computer, now the smartphone in our hand, it is something like a science fiction. It looks like a science fiction. That is the power. That means what is that? A modern smartphone has more computing power than all of NASA had during the Apollo moon landing. That is the type of power. Now see this, we have actually come to a situation, it is God sent. We have got artificial intelligence, we have got a high amount of data, and we have got high amount of processing power. That means, I repeat, a modern smartphone has more computing power than all of NASA had during the Apollo moon landing. Then what are we doing with the supercomputer in our hand? Now, for example, our pocket holds more power than what put humans on the moon. That is the type of the processing power we are handling. Let me stress that point. Our pocket holds more power than what put humans on the moon. That is moon landing. Now, we understood that this deadly combination in which we are in, that is artificial intelligence, social media, then with all data available here, plus the high processing power. Now let me see that. Now another thing is that it is full of money. This is an important point. This area is full of money now. Companies are pouring more money into AI and data research than the entire GDP of some of the countries like New Zealand and all. This is not just an arms race, it's a space race for the 21st century. You know that why Google is superior? Why Meta is superior? Because they all hold data. They are all giving free service, but they are making billions of profits every fortnightly or weekly. From where are they coming? I was told that that Meta company, that is Zuckerberg, purchased Instagram for some 1 billion, for about some 19 billion. Now he is making about 20 billion profit every month or every week. I forgot that. So this is a type of the money. Global AI investment reached $120 billion. You please understand. You please understand 120 billion in 2023, more than the GDP of 129 countries. That means AI isn't just eating software, it is actually consuming entire economies itself. Now, let us think about what are the other things. Algorithmic advancement. Modern AI can spot a single suspicious cell among millions of healthy ones. I was speaking to you about cancer with a greater accuracy than a team of expert pathologists. We are reaching a point where algorithms aren't just tools, they are becoming trusted colleagues in life critical decisions. That means modern AI can now detect diseases more from medical images with 99% accuracy, surpassing human experts. Now we see the people we read in the newspaper, AI did. But what is that? It is not AI doing automatically. It is not AI doing naturally. It is actually happening because data analytics people are behind. They are combining prompting with data analysis tools specifically for generative AI. That is the deadly powerful combination. Now, algorithms don't get tired, don't get emotional, and don't miss their coffee break so that they will do the work with especially that disease detection with 99% accuracy. Now, this, please see like this. Another thing is the data privacy. Your digital footprint is being analyzed more times in a day than you take steps. People say you have to take 10,000 steps a day and all, but this is more. Even if you take 10,000, 20,000 steps, your digital footprint is being analyzed by many people, so many cookies, so many things. And every click you make, every purchase you make, every transaction you make, every heart rate spike is teaching AI systems to understand your behavior at a level that surpasses human comprehension. Means your life, when I say your means including me, our lives is an open book. The average person's digital footprint is now analyzed by AI over 1,000 times per hour. This is the one. Your data is not longer just yours. It is everyone's teacher. I repeat, your data is no longer just yours. Earlier, we used to write a diary and we used to keep it safe, but it is not. Now, your data is not just yours, it is everyone's teacher. Now, let us see the environment impact of this. And the energy consumed by a single large AI model could power a small town for a month. We are facing, ChatGPT company, that is OpenAI, they are saying they are making 6 crore rupees loss every day. Where are the 6 crore rupees are going? Another point also I wanted to tell you that Microsoft says that they put some $10 billion into OpenAI, ChatGPT company. You know what? It is they didn't give even $1 to this ChatGPT company people in cash. These are all coming with processing power and electricity. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. The energy consumed by a single large AI model could power a small town for a month. So therefore, this is the important point here. When we are even given with the processing power and the real power, and it makes a very big job market transformation. 85% of jobs that will exist in 2030 haven't been invented yet. Please note this, 85% of jobs that will exist in 2030, that is only 6 years from here, haven't been invented yet. With new technologies of generative AI, new jobs are going to come up. As I was telling you here, how to spy data or how to invent new method to capture data. It is another profession. It is getting introduced. Similarly, we are preparing students for jobs that don't exist using technologies that haven't been invented. Now, let me talk about AI in healthcare. See, I was talking about AI in diagnosis, but here I am going to speak about an interesting thing about AI in healthcare. AI systems are now detecting diseases years before human doctors can spot the first symptoms. We are moving from reactive medicine to predictive healthcare, where your body's data tells your health story before you feel the first symptom. This is a fact. AI can now predict heart attacks 4 years before they happen with a 90% accuracy. See the benefit now. AI won't replace doctors, but doctors using AI will replace doctors who don't. Okay, this is a Elon Musk quote I twisted for healthcare, for doctors. I repeat, AI can now predict heart attack 4 years before they happen with 90% accuracy. That means one can understand that whether that person, whether he or she is going to get heart attack, and how they have time to change or modify their lifestyle. This is what the benefit. It is AI is going to increase the longevity in that. Now, let us come to now every place when I say AI will be replaced by the term data analytics people, experts, creative data analytics people. Now, now let me come to financial market. AI-powered trading algorithms now execute 85% of all stock market trades. You know that people say like this, the invisible hands of the market. Invisible. There are people that powerful brokers, they are playing bankers, they are playing behind invisible hand. But now invisible hand has got silicon fingers. Invisible hand has got silicon fingers now because of AI. Education has got another big revolution. AI can now adapt learning materials in real time, creating over 1,000 personalized variations of same lesson. You like a cricket? Pythagoras theorem can be explained in cricket. You like movies? Pythagoras theorem can be explained through movies. You like you like romantic movies? Then Pythagoras theorem can be explained in a romantic way. Every student can now have their own Albert Einstein in their pocket. Now, let me tell you this, language processing. These are all the places data analysis is playing a very big role. Language processing. Modern AI can understand context and nuance. See, earlier there were language translators, but they could not understand context. They could not understand emotion. They could not understand nuances across languages, but now they can do better than most human translators. We are witnessing the death of language barrier and the birth of global communication. You know the biblical story of the Tower of Babel. Means people, the population, they spoke only one language and they tried to construct a tower to reach heaven. And the God gave a curse on them, saying that you will never speak one language. You all will speak different language. So now artificial intelligence and data analysis, it has come to a situation that it is actually the Tower of Babel is finally getting an operating system. Now everyone can go back there. They can continue to build Tower of Babel to reach heaven. Other important thing where we are having very big impact is creative industries. AI can now generate art that sells for hundreds, thousands of dollars at a prestigious auction. I don't know whether you have seen a news that in USA, one AI generated art has sold for $4 lakh at Christie's. Christie's is the biggest art auction company in the world. They sold it for 4 lakh US dollars. That is the maximum AI generated art. One thing we have to say, creativity is no longer a human monopoly. Don't think that creativity can be done only by human. It is not a monopoly of human. Means the question is no longer whether machines can be creative, but whether creativity itself is what we thought it was. Now, other thing is that transportation future. You know, nowadays I am very much scared to drive because any scooterist will come and any bike, you know, three people on a bike, they come just in front of you and cut. If you hit them, you are on. Then they are not they are not the problem creators. The person who is driving the car is the problem creator. So I am really scared. But now the self-driving vehicle don't just see the road. They predict the future movement of every object around them 30 times per second. Just imagine. They predict the future movement of every object around the car, self-driving vehicle 30 times per second. We are creating vehicles that think faster than human reflexes and see better than human eyes. All these things, if it is to be made possible with this technology, we need data analytics people. Your future car won't just drive you, it will think for you. But we need to make that car think. See, I was reading yesterday, you know, Infosys co-founder Nandan Nilekani, he was talking, he's telling that Indians should not start making another LLM. Instead, start making the application which are all really required. Means the applications required. This is what Nandan Nilekani said. So this is what the opportunity for you. That understanding the power of AI, understanding the type of data, understand the requirement of the customer, understanding the need of a buyer, and then create new methods in such a way that you can extract the right information from the right place and deliver it in the form which is necessary for making inferences. This is going to be a not only fully analytical, it's a fully creative type of job. And I want to tell you that this type of jobs come only once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. And for doing this, you don't need any big BTech, MTech, PhD and all. If you can sit and do, then you are in demand. There is no particular special that there is an IIM and IIT into this. No, there is nobody to put a hierarchy in that. It is only hierarchy is that is built by you inside you. That means you have got a 360-degree control. Where you are sitting, wherever you are sitting, you can do that. And wherever you sit, you can do the work also. So this is giving a very, very special capability before you. And my request is that never lose this opportunity. Now, I will tell you various opportunities here. Another thing is that energy grid optimization. You know, this power generation, power generation. AI systems are orchestrating power grids with such precision that they can predict and prevent blackouts before they happen. That means we are moving from a reactive power grid to a predictive one that thinks for itself. AI power smart grids can reduce energy waste by 40%, means 40% loss reduction. 40% reduction in energy waste, that is equivalent to maybe 50% or 60% increase in energy equivalent of production, because we have to understand the distribution loss. In India, distribution loss is 33% by electricity boards. So the power grid is getting a brain upgrade now. That is the situation. Now the manufacturing revolution. Smart factories are now self-diagnosing, self-healing, reducing downtime by 95%. It is not only increasing efficiency, they are doing the self-diagnose and self-healing. We are witnessing the birth of manufacturing systems that are more aware of their own condition than human operators could ever be. Means whether it requires lubrication, whether it requires a spare part change, it is going to tell us in advance. AI-powered predictive maintenance can reduce machine downtime by 95%. Machines are learning to heal themselves. Now the customer service evolution, you know that by 2025, 95% of customer interactions will be powered by AI. Now, please understand one thing. Before fighting with any customer representative, next time you are angry at a customer service, remember, you must be arguing with an algorithm. You must be arguing with an algorithm. Other thing is that the scientific discovery. AI systems are reading and understanding every scientific paper ever published, finding connections that human research has missed. We are not just accelerating scientific discovery. We are reinventing how discoveries are made. Understood? We are not just accelerating scientific discovery. We are reinventing how discoveries are made. AI can now process 167 years worth of scientific papers in under 24 hours. We are compressing centuries of research into coffee breaks now. That is a type of the power. Now we have already consumed about 40 minutes. Now let me tell you some other thing. What are the things you can do with this? First thing is that you can become a data scientist. Data scientists are the modern day alchemist, turning raw data into golden insight. This one line is enough for this particular program. Data scientists are the modern day alchemist. You turn raw data into golden insights. A single data scientist can now process and analyze the same amount of data that would have required 100 analysts in 2010. 2010 means it was only 14 years ago. 14 years ago, 100 analysts, what they did, that amount of data can now single data analyst can do with a much better golden insights. Machine learning engineer, AI ethics officer. Now there's a big profession called, a very important profession called AI ethics officer. 67% of companies are now creating dedicated AI ethics position, a role that was unheard about 5 years ago. One of my friends was telling that this AI ethics means we are teaching machines morality. That might be humanity's greatest challenge now. Now, machine learning engineer. The average ML model now requires knowledge of 7 programming languages and 15 frameworks. They don't just code the future. They teach machines to code themselves. Data architect. Modern data architecture handles 1,000 times more data types than traditional databases from just a decade ago. Means we are, that is a ML ops engineer, AI product manager. Now, another very, very important profession, data storyteller. You know what? Data, numbers whisper, but stories soar. Everyone wants to listen to stories. You can convert your data into stories. Now, companies that emphasize data storytelling are 8 times more likely to achieve digital transformation success. This is the one of data storyteller. Computer vision engineer means AI can now detect objects in images 1,000 times faster than humans with 99.9% accuracy. Means teaching machines to see is like explaining colors to a blind god. These are the things. NLP engineer, AI research scientist. So these are all the things. There are plenty of job opportunities, and as we were discussing earlier, with new turns this generative AI takes, and new job opportunities are turning up. And for all these things, what is that base? You can be prepared. You can start working. These are all prompting, and these are prompting and data analytics. So this is what the power of data analytics. Now let me come back to the starting point. Let me tell you that for doing this, I can't see any other organization as prepared as IPSR Solutions. Therefore, and I personally know that the trainers here, Sijo, Faisal, etc. And they are coming with such a big background, with a doctorate in artificial intelligence, and with excellent coding knowledge, coding skills, and excellent practical knowledge, means the knowledge of application. And above all, I want to tell you that if you want to learn something from somebody, you have to learn from someone who has done their best in that. IPSR is coming with IPSR is one of the first companies in India that developed AI platforms for or using AI platforms for educational sector, and AI platforms for various professional business usages. For example, their very famous one application questionpaper.ai. This questionpaper.ai automatically creates question paper according to the syllabus, according to the levels of Bloom's taxonomy, according to the grades, what is expected, according to the format of the university. It creates. These are the type. Then there is question bank with AI, OBE requirement with AI, attainment calculation with the support of AI. These are the type of the innovative platform. Vijnana, it is an AI for research. These are the type of the products. Means product is the ultimate. It is a culmination of a team's understanding of a technology and understanding of the application and market. So when you are seeing this, when you are doing learning data analytics through AI from this team, you are not only acquiring just technical acumen. What you are actually acquiring is the practical knowledge, the length and breadth of generative AI, how to create an app or how to create a platform, and what is an LLM, and what are various data analysis tools and data visualizing tools. These are the things you are acquiring from this. So once again, I congratulate you for attending this program, and once again I congratulate Dr. Sijo, Dr. Faisal for coming forward to take up this take up this noble work. I would say this is a noble work because you are coming forward to share your knowledge, your knowledge, not only theoretical but practical. Therefore, my request to all participants, please use this opportunity and let us move forward from here. With this, let me declare this program inaugurated, and all the best to everyone.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh Namburi, for that inaugural session. So would you like to take some questions?
Yes, if there are questions, we can.
Yeah, there's one interesting question by Raghuram. He says that will there be no future scope in core branch engineering like mech engineering, electrical engineering, and civil engineering?
See, many people come and ask me career advice. I always tell them, do graduation with the core branch. Do graduation with the core branch. Then after your graduation, you diversify to anything, because core branches will never go away. For example, you take even artificial intelligence based machine. Machine is not getting replaced. Machine's efficiency is getting improved by electronics or computer or with the AI. Core branches are never going to get changed. Am I?
So maybe you can turn on your video now and check.
Okay. So any more question? I responded to that question. Any more questions?
Are there any free AI tools to write research papers?
See, one thing I wanted to tell you about artificial intelligence. Many people think that you can do free, but please think that there is no free lunch on artificial intelligence. There is nothing free there. Means whatever you are getting free, then ask this Apple CEO Tim Cook said, if you are getting something free, then that company considers you as a product. You take ChatGPT 3.5. ChatGPT 3.5 or anything which is coming free, they are all just useless LLM. In my opinion, if you are in research, ChatGPT 3.5 is not for you. It is good for if you are running a grocery shop, a travel agency, and all. It is good, not for research, because very less thinking power, very small data. That is not enough for you.
Is AI going to take place of software engineer?
AI will definitely reduce the number of developers, but AI is not going to reduce the number of creators, architects, and testers, etc. But their number may reduce, but it cannot remove, because AI is going to always remain under human supervision, but under smart human supervision. Even now, you know that with the automation, with the AI and automation, many people lost their jobs, but many people found better jobs. That is what ultimately the Charles Darwin's principle, survival of the fittest, or survival of the wiser person.
Is there any scope in MCA students in AI? What type project is good for MCA students?
Please tell me once again.
Is there any scope for MCA students in AI? And what project is good for MCA students?
See, this is what the point I wanted to tell you. I was stressing during my talk. This is a golden opportunity. You just tear off all your qualification, you throw away. It is immaterial. If what is important is your common sense and your drive, how much spirited you are. It is not the dog in the fight, it is the fight in the dog. So that ultimately how much spirited you are means, I don't see anyone with a particular MCA, MBA degree. I don't see that degree at all. I always evaluate that person's brain, aptitude, that's all. So it is immaterial. Throw away your degrees, look at this with a very fresh perspective. Any more questions, please?
There are some questions that I think that some of which are directed to me. Okay, so I will answer them. It's
Okay.
regarding the certificate and all. So I will give
Okay.
the answers to that. I'm looking if it is there anything specific to you. Raghuram is saying that I'm teaching automation and manufacturing for mechanical students. Is there any software available for this subject?
There are plenty of software in this. You just do a Google search. You just perform a Google search, you will come to know, because almost all machine manufacturers, almost all automation companies, they are all making their own platforms and so software for this. So it is not right to specify just one. You can search on internet and you can find out. But you are in the right path.
Sir, I think there are some questions on career and things like that. So I think I will give the session to the next people. So they will be also doing some, they will be exploring on the opportunities of data science and AI. So I think they will also explain it. Okay. So
yeah, that's a very good idea. Yes, very good idea.
Yeah. All right. Thank you again, sir. Thank you for that wonderful session. It was very informational. We will catch you again, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh Nambudri.
Well, all the best and best of luck for everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we will move on to today's session. That is going to be career opportunities in data science and AI. Now, there are two resource persons who will be giving a talk on this subject. First, let me introduce Mr. Sijo Thomas, who is the Chief Technology Officer with IPSR Solutions Limited. He's also an AI product architect, AI researcher with MT University as well. He's a senior architect of various AI projects, including questionpaper.ai, and MCA gold medalist, completing his PhD in AI. Sijo is the CTO at IPSR Solutions Limited, bringing unparalleled expertise and insight to the table. Now, we also have our second resource person, that is Mr. Faisal B. He's a senior research engineer with IPSR Solutions Limited. He's a certified data science and analytics specialist, and he's an AI researcher with MG University. He's a seasoned corporate trainer, certified specialist in data science and analytics, and AI ML researcher with over 6 years of industry experience. With deep expertise in Python, ML, AI, NLP, data analytics, and Tableau, Faisal focuses on AI research, including LLM models. Over to you, sir.
Hello, and warm good evening to all. I think my voice is audible to you, right?
Yes,
audible.
Mr. Faisal.
Okay, thank you. So I think Suresh Samburi sir already discussed about the various aspects of our company and what are the products and what are the area we are focusing on. So I just want to give you a small introduction about what are the major products with our company and what are the training strategies or what are the main strategies that we are following in case of artificial intelligence era. So when it comes to our product, we have some products. We are mainly focusing on education sector. That means how we can implement AI in various education sectors, and even in case of student development or in case of academic area. So we have a product called questionpaper.ai and Vijnana and some other topic like 𝐜𝐿. So all these products are mainly related to education sector. When it comes to questionpaper.ai, which is mainly focusing on how we can develop some questions regarding from a question bank. That means we are automating the process of generating questions based on syllabus and taxonomy of the questions and all other related aspects. Okay, so in this case, we are using some LLM-based architecture model because we have already developed our own LLM based on the concept from T5 model. I think this model is somehow familiar to you, which is developed by Google. Okay, so T5 means text-to-text transformer model, is also known as a transformer architecture-based model, which is based on an encoder-decoder architecture. So in this case, is also developed by some researchers from Google. So what is T5 is indicating? That means T5 represents a significant advance in NLP models as it introduces a novel text-to-text framework. Unlike the traditional models that are designed to address the specific task, T5 transformers treat all NLP related tasks as a text-to-text transformations. In this framework, both the input and output of various NLP tasks are treated as text sequence, so make it model more adaptable and versatile in case of handling with the text data. In this approach, basically it is using a transformer-based approach. That means we all are familiar with the transformer-based model because nowadays the more familiar ChatGPT and all the OpenAI models are using these kinds of transformer-based architecture because it gives more flexibility to handling the data, because it gives some kinds of opportunity to keep the relationship between the sentences, and we can implement some core concept in case of text data. So when it comes to transformer-based architecture, we can do some operations using this model, like text classification, translation, summarization, and question answering, and all kinds of these activities can be done with this data. So Some kinds of approaches I already mentioned here, like translation. If you want to translate some text from English to some other language, or we can use summarization method, or if you want to do some sentimental analysis, like a classification of text data. So all these kinds of activity we can use this text to text model. So we have used this model as a pre-trained one, because how we can do some pre-training work, like T5 transformers uses a transformer-based architecture for pre-training, which allows them to capture a long range of dependencies and context efficiently. So T5 is trained to predict some missing or masked word within the sentence by learning to fill the gaps efficiently. The model can acquire a comprehensive understanding of syntax, semantics, and grammar. This is a kind of unsupervised learning process equipped with the T5 transformers with rich linguistic knowledge, so that making it powerful language model. So after pre-training a massive amount of data, so we can use this T5 transformer, so it become a proficient in understanding the context and language, making it ready for some kinds of activities, like we already said, translation or classification or summarization, like that. So in this case, we have to point out some key points regarding pre-training, like T5 is an encoder-decoder model, and it converts all NLP related problem into text-to-text format. And but T5 is trained using a supervised learning concept, which means that for training we always need an input sequence and a corresponding target sequence. And another point is T5 is pre-trained on a multitask mixture of unsupervised and supervised tasks. That means it is pre-trained on a massive amount of data, both in case of unsupervised and supervised concept. So also multitask learning methodology is adopted in case of T5. So when it comes to considering all these facts, T5 is always a scalable model that we can use for our particular product, particular use. Like I just want to give you an example how we can use this model in our product. So before going to that discussion, I just want to give you a small idea about the model size. That means which is available in different spec, like small, base, large, and 3 billion and 11 billion parameters. All these kinds of models are available. So what is the difference between these model size? That means T5 comes in various model size, like each with a different number of parameters, complexity level. That means different architecture based difference is existing. So when it comes to T5 small, which uses some kinds of parameters, like is the smallest variant of T5 model. Okay, it had relatively smaller number of parameters compared to the larger version, but it is computationally efficient and suitable for scenarios with limited computational resources. Okay, so when it comes to T5 base is standard or baseline version of the T5 model. It strikes a balance between the model complexity and efficiency, making it widely useful for well suited for many NLP related tasks. Okay, so it offers a good trade-off between computational cost and performance, and serve as a solid starting point for most of the applications. So the advantage of using these kinds of base model is that T5 is it provide a good computational efficiency and task. Okay, that's why we can use this model. So before going to implement these kinds of models in our product, we need a physical computer device, physical machines that should be capable to handle these kinds of models, because we know that we know that these models comes under LLM, that means large language model. So we need a physical device, like we need a good system, a physical system with good computational capability, like more GPU power and clock speed cycle. So we have a computational power, like we got an opportunity to work with NVIDIA TGX A100, which is a powerful machine, and which provide around a GPU memory of 160 GB and system total storage of 7 GB, and it comes with the 64 cores, so it can handle a massive amount of data, and we can do all our research work, all our NLP related or LLM related tasks very efficiently with this system. So we need a computational device like this to process our data. So I already said about the pre-training of the T5 model. So fine-tuning for specific tasks, like if you want to use this T5 model in particular task. For example, in our system, we have in our question paper.ai product, which can not only generate question papers based on the syllabus and taxonomy of the subjects. It can also handle some other tasks, like it can create some assignments. It can automatically evaluate the assignment. It can do some assessment regarding a particular subject. So all these kinds of work, we need some kinds of LLM related, or we need a model support. That's why we can use these kinds of T5 use this model to fine tune for a specific task. For example, if you want to give a summary of a particular answer, or for example, students have submitted assignment, and I just want to give a proper summary of the assignment. So we can create a summarization task based on this T5 model, and the input will be the students assignments, and the output will be the summary of the assignment. So we can analyze this summary, and based on the analysis of the summary, we can automatically grade the assignment, and the student and the product and the software will automatically generate a particular grading system for the particular assignment, and all these tasks are automated, and we can save our precious time using these kinds of product. So that is the overall that is the one task we have embedded our LLM our LLM in our product. So we are already in research, like how we can embed our LLM in various products, even in case of question paper or in case of 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐡 or 𝐓𝐼ज्ञाना, how we can embed these kinds of LLM or AI concept in our product. So we are currently in research, and we are planning to enhance our product in a more better way. That's why we are providing some kinds of opportunities. That means, for example, if you are proficient in such activity, like how we can generate prompt, or how we can efficiently manipulate LLM models, or how we can develop some kinds of LLM related query. So if you are proficient in such cases, we can offer some opportunity to work with our team, because we are currently developing lots of products related to related to education sector. So we have some opportunities, and if you are not confident in such cases, then we are also providing some kinds of training for you to for you to work with our team. So our training is not a traditional base of training, but we are providing a career-based training. That means we are providing an instructor-led online and offline training. The training also lead with efficient developers from our team. So they are not even not a trainer only. They are the senior developers in our team. So they know the core concept in our industry, and they know how to guide you from a beginning stage to the developer stage. So we are providing hands-on learning, and we have a comprehensive curriculum. I think you can verify it in IPSR solution, IPSR.org. We have a comprehensive curriculum in our center regarding the entire process from starting stage to the development stage of the AI products. So you can check that syllabus in our website. So that's the concept in case of our training. And our training is not only for the AI system, but also for the entire development section, like even in case of clouds and DevOps, cloud and security, data science and Python and data science full stack. So we are providing all these kinds of training for the right people, those who are really talented in either case, like in data science or in Python. So that's our policy regarding the training to the developers. When it comes to training support, these are the most prominent person. They are expert in training regarding all regarding even in case of Linux or in case of Python. So we have a good talented faculty pool for the efficient training of our audience. So also we are providing training support for the students, like if they are talented, and they will get some assistance from our team regarding the personal mentoring and hands-on support for them to groom their capabilities. So this is the main scenario when considering how IPSR solutions that means how IPSR solution is treating our policies in case of this AI era. So if you have any question regarding your career in data science or AI, or in case of clouds and DevOps, so you can ask now. So we will answer from our knowledge. So you can raise your questions now.
I can see there are many people asking for certificate. Okay, the certificate for this particular webinar you will get by see, we will send you the details of the LMS. Okay, and by logging into the LMS, you have to complete the there is an MCQ and a feedback form that you need to fill. After that, you can download your certificate. The details of this will come to you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, if you have any question to Faisal B, you can put it in the chat and he will take it up.
Also, we have our CTO, Sijo Thomas, who is also available here. You can also raise your doubts here, so we can clear it.
There's one question. What are some recommended resources or courses for advancing skills in machine learning, AI, and data analytics?
So you are talking about the skill set, right? Hello?
Yeah, the question is on that.
Yeah, the question means the skill set that requires.
Yes, Faisal.
Okay. So basically, we know some concept in our programming language, which is either in Python or R programming. I think Python will be more acceptable in some cases, and some kinds of database management skills and predictive modeling skills. Then statistical concept. We know about because we are dealing with the data, so we should know about some basic statistical and hypothesis testing based skill, and then we need some kinds of machine learning and deep learning concepts. So it's a hierarchical structure. First of all, we have to learn Python or R programming. So we have a broad curriculum regarding from the basic of the Python to the entire AI concept, like LLM based development. So we have a broad syllabus in our website, so you can see it in our website ipsr.org.
I can also add to the point, Mr. Faisal.
Yes, sure.
Okay. In generally speaking, any job, any domain in data science field require three segments of knowledge. One is in computer science, that basically related to the programming skills, coding skills, basically. And second is a domain knowledge, in which domain you are planning to work on. For example, if you are working on a medical domain, you need to get the knowledge of medical practitioners, for example, radiologists or some other field. And the third one is a mathematical knowledge, actually mathematical field. Actually, this mathematical field is a bridge, work as a bridge which fill the gap between computer science and the medical domain. So the basic process is like this. We initially get the knowledge or get the understanding in domain, and we build a mathematical knowledge or mathematical mental picture or mathematical framework for that particular domain. Then we will implement using a programming environment that can be either Python or can be R, or it can be other programming language. Suppose popular one are Python and R, and since Java also provides support and Swift also provides support, it's n number of options are there. But the core concept is we need a programming background or computer science background. We need a mathematical background. It includes probability theory, distribution theories, statistical environments, and almost all the processing elements. And finally, the domain knowledge. These are the core things. And when we come to the specific skill set, for example, the specific skill set related to the job roles. For example, if you are a data scientist or data analytics, we need a communication skill, storytelling attitude. So we can effectively communicate with the senior managers or board members to the use cases, scenarios, and everything. So based on the job roles, the variations of skill set may be there is a significant variations in the skill set. It depends on the job role you are looking for. In generally speaking, three sets of knowledge or three categories of knowledge, and there is a significant variation in the gravity in each domain. That's a core idea. Aaron, yeah. Any other questions?
I think some questions from our chat box, like one asking about he's from management professional, so how can he become efficient in case of AI era? And then the next one is hard to get a job of data analyst or data scientist as a fresher. So how can we complete this market to get high priority? So when considering this question, we have to collect a good skill set regarding these kinds of job, because if you are looking for a data analyst or data scientist or machine learning engineer, all these kinds of jobs require some kinds of skill set, like you have to deal with a massive amount of data, and you must be proficient in either of the tools, like if you are efficient in some tools like Power BI, Tableau, or some other tools that are useful for handling these kinds of data, and you must be aware about some kinds of programming language, and some concept in AI. Some, not as some concept. You have to be efficient in AI concept. Like what are the main architecture used in handling image data, or what are the main libraries, or what are the main framework that can be useful in handling such kinds of AI data. So you must be efficient in some kinds of skill set. So if you can collect these kinds of skill set, then you must be a unique one in that group. So definitely you will get a good chance to get a lucrative job like data scientist or data analyst. So
So begin with, okay.
First of all, you have to be skillful. That is the main point. Sir, please.
Okay, if you're a fresher or if you're new to data science, actually there is a ladder in data analytics. Even the ladder is not completely each domain is not have a rigid boundaries. Still, it is still overlapping. Since this is a new field, there is an overlap in the multiple roles of each domain. For example, data engineer, data architect, pre-processing engineers, data scientist, data analyst. There is a significant overlapping between these two roles. But in common aspect, we start with the data analytics first. That means this is an entry level job in data science. So where you're going to deal with, as Faisal sir had mentioned, where you're going to deal with limited tools without the codings. For example, Power BI, Tableau, or any other visualization or a kind of pre-processing tools. So this is an entry level jobs. But still, in that particular job, we need a sufficient communication skill, a sufficient understanding of the domain. That's a clearly needed thing. And most importantly, what you need is a data curiosity. So you should be able to predict or uh, okay, you should be able to, you should be more on data curiosity set. For example, you'd have much more insights on what you are going to give to the management, or what you are going to derive from the data. Like you said, data curiosity is required. And in the second level, the data scientist or data analyst is a broad category where you're going to use machine learning tools or any other um, algorithmic model for analyzing the data, where you need a specific programming skills, especially Python or any other programming skills is needed. Plus, a mathematical background is compulsory. For example, um, hypothesis testing, machine learning algorithmic models, and loss functions. So, a number of small entities are there. Actually, these mathematical model cannot work alone. It need, actually it's relating your domain knowledge to a mathematical model. So you need a clear understanding of the data you are dealing with. So that's the data science role. And come to the final one, the AI expert or AI engineer, where you're going to deal with the deep learning models, where we develop a neural network architecture. Can be CNN, it can be RNN, it can be LLM, or any number of architecture there outside. And for each kind of task and each kind of data set, you are going to deal with a particular architecture. For example, if you are purely image data, and if you are dealing with the image manipulation tool, so in normal case it will be a CNN model. If you are dealing with the time series data, then it will be LSTM. Likewise, based on the data set and the requirement, the architecture changes, and you focus on specific architectures. Likewise, the career progress, and it need a good understanding of CUDA programming, good understanding of mathematical model, mathematical picture, for example, calculus, derivatives. Likewise, expertise. In that area, you need an expertise. And finally, and most importantly, in all the sector, all the job roles, the most important thing is data curiosity. You'd be more curious on the data and how much insight can be developed from the data. Likewise, you need a data curiosity in all the sectors. And the skill set vary from data analytics, a limited skill set of programming. But when coming to the final stage, like AI engineer, you should be expert in optimizing. You should be expert in mathematical models, programming skills, CUDA programming. Likewise, you should be an expert. It's a clear progression from.
Hello.
Sajay, you are not audible now.
Okay, let me continue. I think some of the students asked about their background and how they can enter into this area with their background, because some of them are from non-IT background, and some of you are having a background of statistics, economics, and some kinds of background. So let's check some successful stories from our part, because all these placements are comes. That means Anand from the civil engineer to the cloud professional, and another one BCom to the cloud professional, BSc electronics to DevOps engineer, then biomedical diploma to cloud engineer. Then we have some other work like MA English literature to data analyst, MSc biochemistry to the data analyst, MSc mathematics to data analyst. So when it comes to analyzing their background, we can see that it's not a matter of big deal, because it is when we are analyzing their background, we can easily learn the concept, because we are not discussing all the topic which are not only related to the computer science, but also which is a mixture of mathematics, statistics, then computer science, and computer programming. So it is not not for a computer science graduate only, but if you are interested and you can learn and you have the concept of implementing these kinds of activities, these kinds of activities, then you can definitely become or you can definitely attain your career in a within some months. Okay, so I think it's clear to you, right? It's right. Okay, what is the roadmap to become a data scientist? So, first of all, you have to learn data science. Sorry, that means Python programming, and you have to attain a good concept in data analytics and data, how we can read data and how we can use these kinds of libraries to visualize the data. Then we have to gain some knowledge in machine learning, and after completing some kinds of case studies and knowledge gain process in machine learning, we have to learn deep learning. That means we have to be efficient in handling some kinds of image data or text data. So deep learning deals with some kinds of large data. So after attaining these kinds of skill set, you can definitely become a data scientist, or you can attain some skill set for the role of data scientist. Sijin, hello.
Yes, Faisal.
Okay, any other question?
Yeah, there are a few more questions there.
Yes, what is
Can you see them?
roadmap? One thing is related to DevOps engineering. Actually, I'm not from the area of DevOps development. So I think there is another webinar regarding DevOps, right, Sijin?
There's a question about that.
My question is, does Google data analytics courses in Coursera is helpful to land in data analyst job? First of all, the course is not a matter. We have to gain the skill set. That is the main concept. Whether it from the Coursera or from any other source or from LinkedIn course. So it's not a matter. You have to attain the skill set. That is the main point. Okay, so if you are if you don't if you are don't attend any kinds of course, and but you are efficient in Python programming or data visualization or data handling, then definitely you are eligible for applying for some kinds of jobs like data analyst and data engineering, something like that. So the skill set is the main the core factor.
Yeah, Faisal, I think you've answered all the questions. Is
Yes,
there
yes,
anything more to add from your side? Otherwise, we will, I think, conclude.
I think yeah, I think we can conclude.
All right, okay.
Uh,
Please note, everybody, we will be having another webinar session on in November, that is November 23rd. And that webinar will be on cybersecurity. Okay. Now, what you can do is all the details of upcoming events of these kinds of webinar series will be shared in the WhatsApp group you are joined for this webinar. You can also stay back in that group after this webinar so that you get the details of the upcoming sessions. Okay. And now regarding your certificate, please note you will get the credential for the LMS tomorrow. And with that, you have to log into the LMS. You have to answer an MCQ and fill up the feedback form, and then you can download the certificate. If you have any questions to do the regarding the course or any career counseling that you require, I will put the contact in the chat now. Yeah, Faisal has posted in the chat. Okay, just you can contact us and then we will get back to you regarding that. All right, everybody.
okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Faisal.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sijo Thomas, for joining us for this session. Thank you, everybody, for taking your time and attending this webinar session. We will be having another session in November, that is November 23rd. Please join in for that as well. The topic will be on cybersecurity. Thank you, everybody. Have a pleasant evening.